All right, thank you, everybody. Excited to be kicking things off here for another fun Media Post Summit. So we're going to talk about future today and how we can start thinking beyond with a partner, beyond the typical with a partner that can help solve some of your problems. But in order to start thinking beyond, we have to kind of look at what's going on in our landscape right now. There's a lot of issues we are all facing in our marketplace. First off, the large and loud partners fueled by conglomerates make steep demands in terms of budget allocations, CPM ranges, inclusion lists, and kind of telling you how you are going to be running your business with them. And it's an overarching our way of, or the highway attitude, where they're dictating a lot of the terms of how you're making your buys and how you're trying to present your brands. We know there's a lot of options out there in the marketplace, not only on who to buy, but how to work with them, leading to massive fragmentation and a lack of verifiable outcomes. There's also a lack of transparency in the streaming space right now. A lot of time you don't know where you're airing until after a campaign ends, even if you get that information at all. And in that same vein, the CTV data is fragmented so much with different devices, measurement partners, and it just makes it harder with all their walled gardens. There's also tons of issues with targeting. I mean, how many times do I personally get ads in Spanish and I do not speak any Spanish? So it's wasting impressions, wasting dollars across the buy with these issues in targeting. So knowing all this, we'd like to try to think beyond with Future Today. So while there's so many new options out there, Future Day has always been firmly in our streaming era. We may be new to some of you, but we're not new to the game. We were born as a pioneer in the publishing CTV streaming space back in 2006, and we continue to grow so much. Off the heels of being named the fastest growing AVOD app in all of CTV by Roku in 2024, we continued that growth into 2025. We're now hitting over 50 million US households that deliver 1.5 billion monthly impressions. Again, we've also almost doubled our user base in this past year. We are also a minority-owned company and certified Media Framework Maven and NMSDC certified, but we're much more than that. We can deliver scale across all different kinds of pillars, whether it's multicultural, general entertainment, or family, with our 300 plus free-to-consumer apps, all owned and operated by CTV. So it's not an aggregator or a reseller. Plus, we like to think other streamers out there are really not like us. The biggest differentiator is that there is no singular Future Today app. We have all 300 plus, all with their own individual points of access. And we like to think of ourselves as the kind of freestyle machine of streaming. You have our main brands plus tons of opportunity for customization. On the entertainment side, we have a top 10 app in Fossum, plus again, so much more to help increase our scale and targeting capabilities with FilmRise, Watch Free Flicks, AFV, iFood TV. Brings in tons of content, movies and TV shows, documentaries, multicultural content in both English and Spanish, an ever-growing list of fast channels from Gusto TV, Fremantle, and Bigger Bolder Baking, plus sports fast channels within our portfolio. And we went into the original space last year with 2 competition series and 2 biopics. Then on our other side of the portfolio, we are the leader in family content with Happy Kids is a #1 family app. And again, plus so much more within that portfolio from Kid City, Unspeakable, Blippi, Cocomelon, you name it. It is a top tier destination for this family content. With again, Paw Patrol, Pokemon, again, more content in both English and Spanish. Fast channels covering nostalgic programming, gaming, and even games themselves that can be played on the big screen. We're distributed everywhere. You can find us on all the different devices, Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and again, 100% CTV on the big screen and 100% free to consumer. And like a good streamer, we're there with an audience that can help be impactful for your brands. On the entertainment side, it's a young audience, 68% adults 18 to 49 with a median age of 40, and a diverse audience that is almost 20% African-American, 20% Hispanic, and 16% Spanish speaking. On our family side, again, young audience, 86% adults 18 to 49 with a median age of 32. And the children in the household are pretty split pretty evenly across those age groups being able to target in tons of different ways. And again, diverse audience, almost 20% African American, 25% Hispanic, and almost 20% Spanish speaking. And it really is due to the massive amount of content that we have that brings in this audience. So we'll start by taking a look at some of the favorite content you'll see on our family side. Maybe not.
We're starting
there
a
we go.
brand new adventure.
I need you to be the Monkey King.
Let's go!
Wow! Greetings, Avengers. I, Loki, shall be your newest Avenger.
Nope, no way.
Okay, everybody, this way, please.
We are back on Kid City Game.
Would you believe me if I said that I was cranky?
Wow, this looks amazing. That was fun.
Ninja Kids!
You want to be a monster too?
Happy Kids is a leader in family-focused streaming with over 120,000 titles spanning babies, kids, teens, tweens, parents, and the family in general. We have an average watch time of nearly 2.5 hours and delivering over 550 million monthly impressions in this content. And again, the important stat there, 94% co-viewing. So you are reaching the parents in their room, are watching and engaged with the content and the ads that they're seeing. Plus, our biggest value proposition that we can offer is the huge amount of incremental reach that we can provide. Our audience doesn't watch family-focused linear like Disney or Nick, and they're not being reached in ad-supported streaming as well. You can see for yourself, these are some pretty big numbers. 85% doesn't watch Paramount Plus, 82% doesn't watch Peacock, even 65% doesn't watch YouTube. And even when looking and working with OEMs and the devices themselves, a lot of times a majority of the buy ends up on their own channels, like the Roku channel or Vizio Watch Free Plus. Our audience doesn't watch those OEM-owned channels as well. So it's a perfect opportunity to reach a brand new audience in this family space. Now, switching gears completely, we're not just a family platform. We have tons of free favorites on our entertainment and lifestyle side of the portfolio, so we'll take a quick look at some of the content there.
This is just the beginning of something great.
Deal or no deal?
So like I said before, Fawsome is a top 10 entertainment app across all of our distribution partners, and we are the fastest growing free AVOD app, bringing in over 230,000 titles from all the content partners listed below. Like I said, we had almost doubled our audience and watch time in this past year, and are now delivering over 800 million monthly impressions in our entertainment side. And again, the incremental reach is something huge that we can offer. Our audience doesn't watch linear broadcast or cable entertainment channels. And again, not being reached in ad-supported streaming, with 82% doesn't watch Paramount Plus, 61% doesn't watch Tubi, and 67% doesn't watch Prime Video. And of course, again, being able to provide an incremental audience on versus the OEM channels as well. And we can expose messaging to an entirely new crop of consumers. And this audience is also looking to Future Day because we've remained committed to expanding and first jumping into and expanding into the original space last year. Like I said, we had 4 originals, 2 competition series, and 2 biopics that did really well for us, and we're going even further in 2025. We're continuing to work with digital media studios that produce our first 4 originals to bring in more biopics, competition, and unscripted series. We're excited to announce the first ever 24/7 baking network with Gemma Stafford's Bigger Bolder Baking. that we will have plenty of opportunity for custom integrations and custom activations within there, working with Gemma and her family. We're also working with Gusto TV to bring in thousands of hours of James Beard award-winning content, cooking content to our channels, again, with plenty of opportunities for custom integrations. We're also working with Pangea Entertainment to bring in some new exciting content like Abstraction. It's an AI image-generated game show. We have Scammed, which is taking a look at exposing the online scammers that are so prevalent now. And Game and Fame, which different celebrities will be playing against each other in different video games all the time while being coached by some famous gaming pros. And finally, we're working with Fremantle to bring in all of their game show content to fast channels within Fossum, again, with a lot of custom original experiences surrounding these popular game shows. Going even further than that, there's a lot of customization and ownership that we can do. Starting off with our hero image allows any brand to have ownership of any one of our apps as soon as the audience opens up the app. And within that, we can do category ownership there. We can custom curate a sponsored playlist, take over any pieces of our content. We can do images within the carousel and run as a cycle on the home screen, or even have custom video or your ad play as soon as the audience opens up our app. Going further than that, we have L-frames that are fully customizable, can include QR codes or not. We have overlay banners that can be used as a direction point for our audience to click OK and be brought to one of those custom playlists. Rounding everything out, loading billboards that bring brands to life, pause ads that have become increasingly effective with our audience, and even trivia that we can gain some valuable insights on our audience. And really, there's so many ways to partner with us, and we really focus on that word partnership. We want to be a true partner for everybody and help solve some of your problems. Going back to what we talked about earlier and kind of the issues, we want to be a solution for you. There is no minimum spend with Future Today, and a lot of these different custom integrations come with a much lower cost of entry than some of the bigger partners out there. We're flexible with your needs. We want to listen to you and do how you want to do things. Any frequency capping, exclusion lists, content inclusions, exclusions, bundles, any revisions, we're going to do all that, and we're not going to charge you extra to work with you and hit your needs. And working directly with us, either direct IO or programmatic, gives you that one-on-one connection with a dedicated team that's involved every single step of the way and that will be listening to what you are looking for. We always get the best feedback we can get is that when we talk to somebody and they say, we never have to worry, we kind of set it and forget it, the deal runs, everything's going smoothly, we don't have to be in constant contact with you because we know we're taking care of you. We can also provide that full transparency down to the show or channel level to ensure that brand safe environment. We are agnostic with any data partners. We can work with anybody to kind of help your needs. And again, targeting, we do that anyway and provide verifiable outcomes. Going back to the incremental reach, we worked with iSpot last year and be able to provide 61% incremental reach against all of our live entertainment campaigns and 72% incremental reach versus all of our live family campaigns for 2024. So again, verifiable outcomes that we can provide. And speaking of outcomes, we're excited to announce the Future Today Marketplace is a one-stop shop for advanced targeting and being able to work with those outcomes. We can target your audience your way across our entire Future Day portfolio, especially in that COPA compliance space. We are building out lookalike audiences of purchasing intenders that can be able to be targeted both on the entertainment and the family side and still keep it privacy safe and be able to provide those measurable outcomes, whether it's incremental reach, live brand lift as it's running, and much more. And again, do that all with scale, transparency, and brand safety. So that's Future Today, and we're hoping that we can start thinking beyond and start working with a partner that is going to help solve your problems. And myself and my colleague Megan will be here. If you have any questions, please come and find us. Thank you so much.